Yo, Siglas at the sea again. Well, talking about why is there a day off on July and August? Because people are people are one of my kids or my people they're saying like, why is there no school for July and August? I'm like, maybe there's something that's clicking your minds up, you know. We're talking about why black people got slaves and white people get privileged to kidnap people like that. Well, there's something we need to talk more, because here's the situation. White people, they always treat you not nicely because he's being racist to black people. You know, that doesn't mean anything. It means you didn't mean anything to any country that you inherited from to choke black people. That doesn't mean shit. That doesn't mean nothing. It happens in the news. It happens in all day. You know, it happens about George Floyd, or it happens to Oscar Grant, or any type of people that have ever been murdered by the police. But you know, in July there's a secret day that slave trades day come in was in July 15th, 1526. Don't you know that white people slaved black people back in July 15th, 1527? You know this stuff, do you? But slave people could have been impoverished to themselves. And black people should now come into America because of the slaves. You like when people were asking about like if they want to come to America, like black people too, they would be like, "Excuse me, can I come to America?" Nope, you'll be on slaves. Well, that's different. But apparently this isn't funny anymore. But apparently a little bit, but this has to stop immediately and stop the racism. You know, we're brown, and we're part of the Native Americans country, because the Indians they have their filthy pride, because you know the Native Americans never stole the land. White people did, and they kidnapped black people too. You know, that's the theory of what the days that have been happening since July and August. You know. People, they're getting messed up at this point. That's why America is a mess. America has been a mess since, like, right now. After the Juneteenth day, they just celebrated in 2021. And that doesn't mean shit. That doesn't mean shit if they would succeed in the Union. If America wants to get birthmarked from their slaves. That doesn't mean shit. But you have to believe yourself, what Abraham Lincoln said. But believe that. In freedoms, there'll be not enough people for in America. You know, nobody likes America because America is only for like when people they're trying to inhabit it with civil rights and stuff. That's nothing, you know. And plus, you'll be start getting racism on others, for people and kids. You know, kids can not supposed to allowed to do that. You know, we're treated for like part of the race, just like in Europe, just like in Asia. Just like in Australia, just like in South Americans too. But North America needs to stop being racist about anybody between black or white people. They shouldn't change that for shit. That's why we have to understand that the agenda is taking people by slaves since 1527 when white people kidnapped black people. That's been like since July till August. They've been enslaved for days and when black people got kidnapped and it ain't going on the boat. You know? That's racism. But you know that. What if the racism doesn't exist? Well, we're just treated for Native American people for Mexicans and stuff. You know? That's totally pride right there. You know? We're allowed to speak Spanish, but we have to be initiative if you're a part of the pride. You know? It's a good thing that we need pride. But some others don't. But we need to get along like the Asians in Asia. You know, Asia doesn't have racism, and Europe doesn't have racism. That's good, but except UK. I don't know about UK. There's a lot going on in UK. Australia, I'm not sure. There's a lot of islands out there from some shit. So I don't know what's up. You know. In South America sometimes, but not too much. But you have to make you feel about where you've been living in the country. It's not the same shit that as the other people there trying to bribe them. That's not okay, because to kidnap people, that's just the cost to the slave owners, and that cost to the Christopher Columbus, and that cost to any statues that they were coming from the confederate and stuff. That's why black people don't want to show those racism stuffs. That's why we're trying to bring you guys attention, because black people always been on slaves. You know, it's the same shit. We don't want to hear about black people because black people always getting tied up with the stupid things. So that's why we need to make sure black people should be going back to Africa or something, you know? Like, I'm trying to make a good point for them so they can be happy for it, you know? Africa has a lot of problems about racism because of the white people in South America. In South Africa is something that is really bad. Well, hopefully Africa would be concluded with black people soon when they become racist in the country. But North America needs to understand about the Slavery Act. They need that shit. That's mistreated because you can't believe in themselves. That's why people they have to join the joint, and that's not okay because people were really messed up about since George Floyd protests and all kind of stuff. That's been happening, and especially for Jacob too. You know, like, you know, racism gets really alerted when they shoot black people and shit. You know, that's why people they need to become confident or more freedom more than else. I need more freedom than more than else, but there's nothing new about in America. You know, being America is worse. You know, that's why people there just need to figure out what the real presidents are. Presidents are slave owners too. Think about it. Think about Joe Biden too, because Joe Biden's racist because he's making fun of black people for some shit. Donald Trump's racist too, but you can tell because many in America they're gonna lose attention. That's why we're trying to keep the Mexicans and Asians and Native Americans to keep on the land. But it's a good thing that we need to know. But instead of the white, black or white people, they're just trying to be involved from fights because of the cost of the slaves for living in and around America. They've been having that since July and August. That's why they don't celebrate that much. Presidents, they know what's going on. George Washington has an idea. If we want celebration to have no school for July and August, because we're slave owners, because we're the proud of the United States of America. Fuck that. Fuck that shit. It's all about the people. Think about the black people. If you slave black people like that, that's gonna cost you to lose cool. Think about it. No new president is gonna come out because of the Joe Biden and Donald Trump. Think about the inequalities. Think about the people. Think about the personal people that we have in this country. That's nothing new. We've been talking about this since a long time ago. Even for Daryl too. Daryl needs to know about this slave owners and then the people, the presidents, who haven't been have a celebration for Slaveholders Day. That's a secret of the United States and America's God we trust. That's why George Washington wants a day up for July and August for no school days, because they wanted to have celebrations for slave days. Because of black people, because of white people, you know? White people, they shouldn't do intelligence for that stuff. It's costing, it's dangerous. And, you know, people, they can get grudge, you know? And some people, that way, they get inherited to shoot Americans, like they usually do from the Civil War. You know? That's bad. That's called death in the nation. And you shouldn't think about why black people, they shouldn't be invading America. Or whites. Because George Washington is not your good president. And he's not good. Because he makes cost of all the livings for themselves for slavery. You know? It's causing all that since since day house in July and August. It's the same shit with what's going on with Juneteenth Day. That's never exist. You know, slavery should be never been exist, or racism. That's why people they need to change that shit up. You know, people need changes. That's not new enough for white people. If white people they're charging up for slaves, they should have been done that. If they do, 50 states will succeed in the union, and then we'll say goodbye to America. Just be careful, people, because you don't want to hurt Mexicans' feelings and all that kind of stuff about spics or any racism words that come up from Mexicans. Or cardboard. I don't want to hear cardboard neither. Think about it. Americans, they build a country for racism. And they build a country for slaves. That's why people, they need to endorse themselves. Like they did in New York, Georgia, and then Massachusetts, and any state, 13 states. They've been colonized since when black people have freedoms. But they have to listen when they interdirect from slavery. But that's not okay, because July and August are the celebrations. They don't have any slave days. But they do have slave days because of they've been on slave trades for a long time. And that's what happens when people, they're getting divided. But you'll have to listen to this. But that's the secret of the United States of America of celebration that has never handled them before. And there has been never had since like a long time ago. So that's why violence needs to stop, or any of that. Anything of that. You know? Because black people should not be using literature from California. That's stupid. That's why people, they should be treated. You know? Like Zachary Taylor said, you know, like if he done this to this country for Mexican American War, think about it. People will get purged for that. You know? Purge War is a big thing of what America needs. Because we're constant about the racism and all that. That's why we wanted to have Mexico to become a country from around the United States border area. It will be California, Nevada, Arizona, New Mexico, Texas, or any of that. It could be any party that can be part of Mexico. Or any country that can be part of the North Americans is going to be without white people. So hopefully there's a new change going on. And plus, the celebration of July and August is all about the slavery days. This is what happens when they kidnap people like that. This is going to be bad. That's why